Well, Mr. Brown has been, so it's not strictly speaking an unboxing video because I've taken them out of the box. This is more about what was in the box video. So let me share with you what was in my box. And what you've got in front of you is the in-colour cardstock. So this is the new in-colours that we are going to be playing with, starting with that new catalogue launch at the beginning of June, or sooner. If you join up and become a demonstrator, you too can be getting your hands on these before then. So I thought what I've done, I have undone this pack of card just because we just had a team meeting and I was looking at these, so I thought I would show you how these new colours compare with some of the old ones, and the colours are probably not going to show up brilliantly on the screen, but it will give you some sort of an idea. So here's the new Bumblebee Yellow. So this is crushed curry, which is slightly darker, more orangey. So it probably sits sort of about there, do you think? Although it's very much paler, not quite such a bright colour as the Daffodil Delight, more sort of subdued colour like the So Saffron, but yeah, a nice addition, slightly sort of more browny perhaps shade of yellow. But that one is Bumblebee, so that's the first of our new colours, Bumblebee. The next one, and I might have to look these up, is Cinnamon Cider. Love this colour. So this one is Cinnamon Cider. So I've grabbed again a couple of colours that might sit alongside that. Let me find them just to give you sort of see how it works with the others. This is the Terracotta Tile. This is Cajun Craze. A lovely sort of autumny colour. Great colour. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Just Jade. Now, the greens that I've grabbed out here, this is the soon-to-be retiring Call Me Clover. And here are some of the ones that are staying. We've got Pretty Peacock there, which is sort of a greeny blue. Got Old Olive in there, Shaded Spruce, Garden Green. But look how beautiful that looks with that palette. So a very different sort of a green, but just Jade. Might not get all these colours right first time out. Magenta Madness. And boy, is that a mad pink. Don't you love it? So quite a sort of purpley pink. Here it is, look, next to Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. I brought in some rich raspberry there to sort of show off its slightly more purple tones. Isn't that mad? That's a great, that's sort of like 80s fluorescent, that is, isn't it? Wow. And then this final colour, this Misty Moonlight. And if I bring in some of the other blues that I've got here. So here we have, this is the Blueberry Bushel that's about to retire. There's Night of Navy. There's Pacific Point. And if we slip this in next to the Night of Navy, you can see it's a very different, much paler blue than Night of Navy. A much greyer sort of blue, almost like I am showing off Caroline. No, I'm not apologising too. I'm showing off. It's almost like an Air Force blue, I would sort of describe that. Yeah, so much paler than the Night of Navy, because when I was looking at it, I'm thinking, oh, that looks as if it's quite Night of Navy. But when you look at it next to Night of Navy, it very definitely isn't. So that is the Misty Moonlight. Beautiful. So those are the in colours. So I've got some in colour cardstock in both A4 and in that's right, I'm mixing up my piles now. So yeah, A4 cardstock and also some 12 by 12. So I've got a pack of 12 by 12 there. I've got the ribbons. So a really pretty ribbon. Let's see if which one shows itself off to the best advantage. Let's see if we can get into a ribbon. Never the sort of thing that you want to do live, getting into a ribbon. Come on. There we go. So let's open up this ribbon. It is actually, it looks as if it might be quite sort of harsh, but it isn't. It's really quite soft, a soft sort of cottony, almost look ribbon, with almost that herringbone type effect. Really pretty. Ties a nice bow. That's what we want. Look at that, beautiful. Hi Doreen, playing with new things. So this is my my pre-order that's just arrived. So this is your first glimpse at what I've got to play with over the coming months. So there's all those in colours in ribbon. So we've got 12 by 12 A4 ribbon, all in colours. Ink pads we haven't got yet. We're still waiting for ink pads. They're going to be launched when the catalogue launches at the beginning of June. So we won't have any ink pads just yet. Here is the new, so this is the In Colour Designer Series paper, but the new patterns. So there we are, there's the Misty Moonlight. You've got this sort of, it's a sort of polka dot, but the dots have got lines in. And then the other side is, look at that, denim. Look at that, a piece of denim. Isn't that fab? So that's one pattern. And then the other is some, hi Lydia, is to love what we do and share what we love. Love that. That's our statement of the heart in lots of different languages. Great stuff. So that's in the blue, and then on the other side is this like wood grain effect. So those are the 4 patterns of paper that you get. You get the spots, you get the words, you get the script, you get the sort of denim look, and you get the wood grain. And you get those obviously in all of the colours. Wild pink, magenta madness, bumblebee, and just jade. Beautiful. So those are 6 by 6. Yes, that's going to be gorgeous, isn't it? That is just going to be fab. You can make lots of jeans things out of that, can't you? Denim things. Wouldn't that be great for a bag? You could make a denim rucksack out of that. So great stuff. That's the In Colour papers. Right, so the first suite of products I've got here, this is a mega suite, and this mega suite is called Flowers for Every Season, and it contains 2 bundles. The first bundle is this jar of flowers, and you've got this double-sided stamp here. So one side stamps this jar image with like your reflections on, and the other side gives you a solid image. I did see somebody yesterday had used the solid image to stamp in Versamark and then put clear embossing powder to make it like a glass jar. Fab. And then you've got all your flowers to go in it. Tulips, sort of poppies, roses, whatever, sunflowers. You've got your lid to your jar there. These are so your jars could be half full of things. Got these nice stripes here. And again, that looks like a double-sided stamp so that you can do a solid or a striped image. You've got your stalks, and then you've got a punch. Look at that, a jar punch. How fun is that? So you could be punching jars out of window sheets to make them like glass. Just beautiful. Look at the sunshine. Bit of a cloudy sky there. So that's one bundle. It's the jar of flowers. The other bundle is called Celebrate Sunflowers. Look at that gorgeous sunflower. Congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. Thanks a bunch. Know that you are loved. So that's the sunflower stamp set, which is just gorgeous. It's waiting to be coloured in. And then you get this die set with your foliage and your leaves that cut out your leaves here. Cut out your 2 sunflowers, but then you've also got this really detailed sunflower die there. Just lovely. And look at the little centerpiece. What fun. That is going to be much gorgeousness there, methinks. So those are the 2 bundles, the sunflower and the jar of flowers within this Flowers for Every Season mega suite. You also get Memory and More cards. Let's have a quick sneaky peek at these, just because I have a feeling they're going to be beautiful. And these are all in, so the papers and the Memory and More cards and things in this suite are all sort of in colours, so they're all based on those in colours. Look how pretty that is. So of course, as always with the Memory and More cards, you can either use them, Christmassy one there, you can either use them in your albums or Embrace Today, or you can use them as card fronts. Feeling festive. It's lovely, isn't it? And that's a very festive-y sort of almost one just there. So it takes you throughout the year. And I think we're going to find the same with the papers as well. So this little set, look at those. These are some of your stickers. Winter wishes. Oh, I love that blue. Isn't that beautiful? They are just gorgeous. Always remember, I love you. So that's the Memory and More cards. There's also a pack of card bases and envelopes to go with the Memory and More cards, again in the in colours. All those in colour envelopes. Look at those lovely linings, and then your card bases. Aren't they gorgeous? And obviously your little cards, you've got that sort of border on the front, so your little cards will sit within the border. Or if you want to use a bigger card, and obviously I'm just grabbing, you wouldn't necessarily go yellow card with that blue. They will sit with like a border around the edge in there, and then you've got your stickers. So you can take these Memory and More cards and the envelopes to go with them and create some beautiful projects very simply. Great sort of pack to take away on holiday with you if you get to go away, or to take down the garden with you if you don't. So that's the Memory and More cards and the Memory and More cards and envelope pack. We've got a ribbon bundle here, so you've got a nice white ribbon just there that you can use white, or you can colour it. Sort of a nice, obviously as time goes on we should drag all of these out, but it's almost like sort of slightly frayed on the edges. It looks quite nice. Nice green gingham. And this is a, looks like blue, white and silver thread, so you can either use that as it is, or you could be splitting that up into the different components in that colourway. Great stuff. I shall obviously be doing some ribbon shares and paper shares as time goes on. These are the Flowers for Every Season gems, so they are like 3D. They're not self-adhesive, but they are like little 3-dimensional gems. Be great for shaker cards. I mean, it'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be great if you had something like, with those punches, oh, let me see, if you had something like some jar-shaped domes that you could use along with your shakers and your punch to create some little dome-shaped shaker cards. That would be fabulous, wouldn't it? How cute are they? Obviously you can put all sorts of things in your little shaker domes, but they obviously fit beautifully with your punch. And then last but not least, in this mega suite, now when the catalogue goes live, because obviously with all of our catalogues there's been for the last few years a code that you could use if you want everything. So if you want everything in this suite, and who isn't going to want everything in this suite, the buy everything code is also going to include some stamping blends. So but with stamping blends, any of the colouring tools are not yet available. They will be beginning of June. But the stamping blends are the Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Magenta Madness and Misty Moonlight stamping blends combos. But here's some more paper. So one side you've got these beautiful flowers, take you through all seasons. That's really bright and bold. Look at those lovely yellow roses. I love that. It almost looks as if it's on vellum, but it isn't. The nice greenery, mad magenta roses. I like that one, that's very pretty. Stripes, more flowers, some tulips, and look at that blue, isn't that beautiful? And this is sort of very Christmassy, and that is very, very Christmassy. Look, you've got some poinsettia in there. Oh, I like that. So that is the paper. So when they say they call it flowers for every season, it really is a suite of products that's going to take you through all the seasons. So with those in colours and with all of those products, you are going to be able to go through the whole of the year with those, creating cards for every season. So that is the flowers for every season mega suite. Let me put that to one side. I'm putting it all back in my box as I'm working my way through. I can't show you my catalogue, but I've got post-it notes of things I want at the top of my catalogue. At the bottom of my catalogue, I've marked post-it notes of things I have received. This next thing was one of the things I was really quite excited about in the new catalogue. This is called Lovely You. The Lovely You bundle, and you've got a gorgeous stamp set there. Love is what makes us family, miles apart but still in my heart. That's very appropriate. Did they know? Cherish friend, trust me, you're lovely. You've got heartfelt there, wildly grateful, you're my person, just because, always. And then you've got a punch for this bundle. Now this punch, we need to find some scraps of card. We need to play. Well, I need to play. You're welcome to join me as I play. Now, you can punch 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch or 1 inch strips with this. So let's take a piece of card and let's go 1 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1/2 inch. That's not 1/2 inch, Helen. That's 1/4 inch. Let's go 1/2 inch. And let's do that once more with feeling. Half. It does also give you the centimetres in the catalogue, but I have a feeling they may be a little bit more complicated. So let us see what this does. Oh, sorry, so excited, I'm nearly knocking you out. So you've got two ends here. You've got like this scalloped end here, and then this sort of slightly squarer end here. And the idea is that you slip your card in as far as it will go. I obviously hadn't made that quite an inch. Three-quarters of an inch. Half an inch. So you've got all of these beautiful sentiments on here that you can now fit onto these beautiful labels. You can obviously make these into strips that go on your front of cards. You can have them so that they're, because obviously it doesn't matter how long they are. You could have a really tiny one, but you get this sort of shaped end to create labels. So that's one in the 3 different sizes. This one is a much squarer end, but you're just going to have this sitting on your desk all the time, I think. And when you've done a card and you just want a greeting on the front, because obviously lots of other greetings will fit in there as well, you're just going to be able to punch yourself a little fancy end. Look at that. That's one of those things, and a whole pile of punch poo, that actually may not look rock and roll, but it's incredibly exciting. And you'll be able to stack them up. So if you'd have done these so that they were different lengths, you've then got sort of your mats that you can build up. So just like we sort of explode labels out, you'll instantly be able to sort of give yourself a layered look to sentiments and things. Really, really clever. It is just genius. Absolutely genius, as I say. And this lovely set with this gorgeous greetings, lovely font that you're going to be able to stamp onto your pieces. And then to add in, you've got these lovely flowers as well that are a great addition. Just when you want to add a bit of something. In fact, you could do whole card bases with whole cards with those. But that is just, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You're all going to need that. Make a note of it now, even if you don't think you do. It won't be long before you realise you do. Now, the next suite of products we've got is a very unashamedly sort of masculine look to it. It's just stunning. This is called the World of Good suite. So we'll start off with, you've got a stamp set. So you can see 2 sides of the globe there. So wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to find yourself. There we are in the UK. If you're down in Australia, or if you're in America, wherever you are, you'll be able to find yourself on that globe. So you've got these 2 globes and your globe base there, nice swirl. You've got your quill and your ink pot, nice compass. Life's a beautiful journey. You make the world a better place. Thank you for being part of mine. Venture awaits. Congratulations on this new beginning. So really nice, a red rubber stamp set. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Dies that go with it. So the bundle has got stamps and dies for this one. So you say you've got, again, both sides of the globe. You've got your globe stand. You've got the feather, your little ink pot. There's your ink stand. So you've either got a large stand for your globe or a shorter one. This nice sort of just cuts sort of like a strip with these grooves in. Look at this. This is an embossing die. so that doesn't cut out. It will emboss that script into your card. Beautiful. Really love that quill, like this little swirl. Oh, that is just, it is scrummy. So the bundle, a memory and more pack that go with this. Let's open that up. Again, just flicking through. What a wonderful world. Just great. So we've got that really lovely floral memory and more pack, and then we've got this much more masculine. Reach for the stars, dream, discover, explore. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And look at this. So this is brass foiling on here, not gold foiling, but brass foiling. Look at that. Look at those. Oh, how great are they? Work, play, travel, repeat. So some nice foiled ones. Some stickers. Those are lovely, aren't they? And there's your large cards. Obviously I've not flicked through all of those, but just give you a bit of a taste for them. So again, you can just use them as cut to make cards with them. Hi Emma. Or you can use them to go in your albums, whether those are maybe more type albums or whether those are scrapbook albums. You could use them, excuse me, use them on scrapbook albums, but just gorgeous. So that's the memory and more cards. So stamp set, die set, memory and more cards. This ribbon is a suede effect, so it's early espresso, I think. Yeah, early espresso is the colour. So a nice dark brown. Let's see if we can get that opened up. Oh, that feels lovely. So it is very sort of suede effect. Beautiful feel to that ribbon. Lovely texture. So that's the faux suede ribbon that goes with that. This embossing folder, take note of this one. You are going to see it a lot. So this is called the Old World paper. Now you know when sometimes you take a piece of paper and you scrunch it up and then you flatten it out and then you ink over it. This embossing folder is going to do that for you. Can't stop and play with everything now, but it's just such a deep emboss in that. Just is mad, but going to be incredible. That is going to be used a lot. So make a note of that one as well. You're going to need it whether you think you do or not. These are antique corners and slide elements. So look, you've got like little buckles, little antique buckles and little antique corners. They're beautiful. Would be great if you were doing like a little memory album. I think there may be a memory album of some sort coming with this set, with those memory and more cards. That lovely ribbon. It's just waiting to be created, made into an album. You've got brass foil, so it's not gold, it's brass, so sort of a much more, well, brassy look. I was just looking to see if I've got any gold foil to hand, but I haven't within reach. But this is a much sort of more orange than, so much brassier than our gold foil, but really lovely. So that's gold brass foil, and then we've got Speciality Designer Series paper in this pack. Let's open this up. So again, that foiling, Yeah, actually, because it's not a solid background. Can you see that sort of almost like distressed look in the back there? Look at those globes, compasses. Oh wow, there's a scrapbook page waiting to happen, isn't there? That's nice with all that sort of soft, almost like scripty effect in the background. Oh, wow. Grid effect, and then another cinnamon, and your world map, the Dominican Republic. Isn't that just lovely? Oh, look, and one more, all like that. That's in that misty moonlight. That's lovely, rather mad, isn't it? So gorgeous papers, gorgeous papers, gorgeous foiling, fabulous embossing folder, brilliant stamp set and dies. So that is the world of good. You're going to want that as well. Right, let's move on to the next. And this is without, there's other sweets I couldn't order in the pre-order that I still wanted. Many Mates, we're going to go on to next. The Many Mates bundle. Now this is it's a sentiment stamp set. Just thinking of you, get well soon, happy anniversary, it's your day, you're just so fabulous. So happy for you and also slightly jealous. You're so nice, I'm glad you were born. Life is better with you. And on your retirement, better yet. Yeah, so you could have get well soon on the front and better yet inside. So that's a red rubber stamp set. So great generic coverall bases. Stamp set. These are lovely, aren't they? Just waiting for you to colour them in. Caroline, I did. I know, it's dreadful. Still going. I'm still going. Many medallions. Look at this. So you've got this great big die that cuts out this sort of grid lattice work. You've got the sort of borders as well in this grid effect. So that comes as a bundle. So you get those many medallions die. Comes along with those greetings, and let's be fair, you'd only need to do a fancy greeting and a bit of a fancy die onto some background and a bit of a greeting, and you'd have a really lovely card really easily. So that's a lovely bundle. Next, well, this was a no-brainer. As I've said, got another grandchild on the way, so that will be 3. So to an amazing grandson, to an extraordinary granddaughter, and best grandkid ever, we must be related. No amount of money could ever show you how much I love you, but here's some anyway. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful, we must be related. Yeah, absolutely. You are so loved, so proud of you. And there's just a nice happy birthday. That's a fun happy birthday. So that one had to be in the box. This next one, the Forever Greenery. Oh, can't wait to play with this one. So Forever Fern is, so we've got the Forever Fern bundle. So this is a beautiful, beautiful stamp set, and it is a distinctive stamp set. So I'm obviously not going to start stamping these just now, but these stamps, it's going to be one of those stamp sets that, you know, you're just going to ink it up with one colour, but you're going to get like multi-tonal results. Look at that font. You can do this, love and laughter forever after, to a friend that makes me smile. So just beautiful, and the main colours in the suite are just greens. So that is the Forever Fern stamp set. We're going to have fun with that. Can't wait to play with it. These are the dies. So you've got dies that cut out your stamped images, as well as having these dies that will just give you fern elements that you can add to any of your projects. Look at that, that's fun, isn't it? So going to be incredibly useful just to add in if you're doing something and you just need that bit of greenery to tuck in behind. That is going to give you those options. I've already been seeing a lot of gorgeous things created with that. Now we've got some embossing folders in here, but hang on, those are so tiny. Oh, if only there was to becoming a tiny machine that we could use them with. Oh, wait. Not yet, though. So these are just, they're not 3D standard embossing folders, they're just standard embossing folders. But you've got this one. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that you've got the greenery coming this way and then again this way. So top and bottom in opposite corners. And then this one is like an all over leaf pattern. So smaller embossing folders that will fit through any of your smaller die cut embossing machines. And I don't think it's much of a secret that in the coming months, in the life of the new catalogue, we are going to be getting a little machine. So we're going to be getting a new big machine, but we're also going to be getting a little one, and those will fit perfectly in the little machine. We have some Forever greenery ribbon combination. So this is like a sort of like a webbed ribbon. That's really quite fun. And then you've got a gold thread that you can either use as it is, or you can split those threads out and use them individually. So that's going to be very useful. We've got these little hoops. So you can use them for dream catchers. I've seen some beautiful dream catchers made with them. Or as wreaths with your greenery on. Really gorgeous. What shall we open first? This is the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. Ooh, and breathe. So you've got all these pieces that will pop out. So you've got these leaves, you've got these centre pieces, labels. Look at that fern, isn't it just beautiful? Oh my goodness me. So they've all come layered up with tissue. So I've got 3 like that. Look at that wreath. Oh my goodness me. And obviously they're white on the other side. So should you not, for some reason, should you not want gold foiling and you just want to sponge them or spritz them or whatever, or just have them white, you can do. So 3 of those, and then you've got these card overlays. Just look. So you can imagine you wouldn't need to do much to get an absolutely stunning. So this is like a grid. This one is sort of like a diamondy pattern. Just utterly beautiful. And you get 3 of those as well. I'm going to lay those back down quite carefully. I'll pop those in my box for a minute so they don't get scrunched. And then we have the designer series paper that goes with this suite. Look at it. That's fun, isn't it? Look at these ferns. Sort of dotty pattern on the background there. Oh, look at that. It's like a mad jungle. Oh, love that. I think these papers are upside down. Let's turn them round. Love that. Really lovely. That's nice, isn't it? Just, oh, that's lovely. So just beautiful, and just in those sort of greens with a touch of pretty peacock in there. Just a beautiful colourway. Stunning papers. So garden green, just jade, pear pizzazz, pretty peacock, shaded spruce, soft sea foam, whisper white. Just beautiful. So we've had the really bright florals, we've had the really masculine, we've had that lovely greens. Mango Melody. Now you can do it as a border, so we can line these flowers up and punch. Hi Wendy, new things, busy playing. So you can create like a floral border that you could have going down the side of something. Oh, have I been gone? Oh, how long have I been gone? Oh, sound disappeared. Perhaps it was just me. Perhaps I was so busy. Was the sound out for long, ladies? So you can either use it as a border like this. I wonder if I knocked the phone. Or you've got a whole bunch of little flowers that you can then use. Oh, they're not too long then. That was very odd. So there we are. That's the general idea. So you can use this punch and it will punch out to say a whole row like that. So you can have that as a border on something with something going underneath. And presumably you'd be able to punch some of these flowers in the holes as well if you wanted to. Be quite fun, wouldn't it? So you could have a border with all the little flowers punched in the middle, or you can use the little flowers to create pictures. They'd also be rather wonderful in a shaker card, wouldn't they? So that's that little punch, the Field of Flowers bundle, with that little punch, flowery punch, and the Field of Flowers stamp set that goes with it. Let's just move a little pile of flowers. Next we've got birds and branches. So these are quite nice, sort of almost watercolour-y effect birds, like the eggs. You've got that nice big nest. You've got your tree branch with all your little leaves on it. Look at the legs. Now that is brilliant because the legs are separate. So if you want to stamp those birds and cut them out, you can add your legs later. No fussy cutting legs. Who wants to fussy cut birds' legs, I ask you? So we have, look at this. little floral wreath just there. It's rather beautiful. You've got your branches, you've got a couple of die cut birds, you've got your birds that cut out, your stamped birds. You've got the feet. You can die cut the feet. Oh, little things. And flowers. There, you've got your dies for your flowers. You've got a nice heart in there, and you've got a heart stamp. You've got your nest. You've got your eggs. You've got this lovely border, and this nice leafy branch. Really lovely. So birds and branches. That's going to be a fun bundle to play with. Nearly there. The last suite is called In Good Taste. And you've got the Tasteful Touches bundle to start with. Now the stamp set, you've got this feather, you've got this gorgeous flower that's just waiting to be coloured. And this nice sort of scrolly stamp. The good things in life are better with you. This is nice as well. You are the best. Just saying hello. You are so special. And this nice piece of greenery. So lovely little bits that just you're going to be able to build up really nice vintagey sorts of cards with. Just, it's my sort of a stamp set. I do love that. We've got dies that go with it that are called Hello Sam. Are you joining us too to see what new things we have? This is called Tasteful Labels, and unsurprisingly it's lots of little labels. But look at this. Can't wait to cut that out. Look at those are really lovely, those labels. You've got banner, you've got various labels that sort of, I think they emboss some of these as well as cut. So you've got some that stitch, you've got some that emboss. Can't wait to get cutting those and see what they do. Lovely, lovely. We've got this Tasteful Textile. So that's going to embossing folder. That's going to give a real sort of sense of material texture to anything that you emboss. So it's going to feel like upholstery fabric almost. So that's really nice. We've got these little In Good Taste elements. Let me just have a look. I'm wondering if those are the same, whether you get different ones. I think you've got the sort of, however many, 4 sheets of these different wooden elements, so leaves and things that you're going to be able to add into your projects to give a sort of different texture again. Great for home decor pieces. That ribbon isn't actually with this set, but I will show you that ribbon in a minute. The other thing that's with this is this paper. Now this again is a designer series paper. This pack is slightly more expensive, £20, but you do get 24 sheets. And I have seen somebody say that this is the first pack of paper they've ever had that they can't decide which side to use. So you've got your wood effect there, and then like this tiled effect. I have to say that this is like a woolen fabric almost, and a brick wall. Another sort of wood effect, and this is sort of like acrylic paint effect of mixing acrylic paint colours together. So that's what that looks like. So it's called Textures, and it just is all about the different texture. Look at that. Sort of like the mosaic effect on there. This looks like a granite tile. And then we have this sort of brickwork. That's a solid piece of wood as opposed to tiles. And then this again looks like woven fabric. it looks as if it should feel multi-textured. It should feel woolly. When you run your hand over that, it doesn't, but it looks as if it should. Look at that pretty pink. And then again, another tiled effect. These are just fabulous for backgrounds. Again, you've got this sort of idea of like a acrylic almost paint mix and some wood blocks. And there it is with the blue. This is a herringbone tiled effect. Lovely paler wood effect. Like a waffle stitch on there. It looks 3D, doesn't it? Again, like some upholstery fabric. That's beautiful. It's almost like I'll have that in my bathroom, and I'll have that in my hallway, and another brick effect. So just, these papers are just fabulous, and you do get, as I say, 24 sheets. But you're also getting all of those designs. So you are getting 2 of each of 12 double-sided papers. So 24 different. And I have to say that the other thing, if you do any photography for anything, if you ever photograph your cards or photograph anything else, jewellery, flower arranging, just want to photograph, I don't know, anything like that, would make fabulous photograph backgrounds. I think I'm almost going to need 2 packs, one to craft with and one to use as photograph backgrounds. So that is the In Good Taste. So that lovely, all that fabulous paper and this lovely dies, the label dies, embossing and those little elements. So here endeth my show through of my pre-order. That is not all that I want from this catalogue by any means. There are still more sweets that we weren't able to get on pre-order that are definitely on my wish list. There's a lovely one with pets in. There's a gorgeous peony sweet. There's a fabulous kids sweet with whales and things in there. Some really sort of patterns and bold colours in the artistry set. And so yeah, there's lots more to come. That literally is just a taste of what you've got to come. And yeah, we will start to be playing with some of these fairly soon. Oh, there's one more little thing of ribbon there that didn't belong to any of the bundles, but is like a little bumblebee gingham ribbon that's rather fun that I added in. But just beautiful. So those gorgeous in colours, all the gorgeousness of the ferns and the flowers and the maps, and there's brass foiling, there's just breathtaking. So I can't wait to get playing with all of that. I can't wait until my catalogues come so that I can get them in the post and on their way to you so that you can start oohing and ahhing. If you are one of my customers and you're a bit worried that you won't get a catalogue, do just drop me a message and say, please make sure I get a catalogue. If you are thinking you don't want to wait, you want it now, or there's so much in there that you want that you've already got a huge wish list and you haven't even got the catalogue in your hand, you can put pre-order projects into your starter kit. So if you are interested in joining up, you can put some of those sweets of things into your basket and have it as a starter kit. So, you know, it may be that you want those flowers for every season, or that you want that World Suite, or you know, there's some of those things that you really, really want, message me and we'll talk about it. We can get you a starter kit and get those things on the way to you, and then when it comes to the rest of the catalogue, you can be enjoying 20% discount. Got to be worth thinking about. So talk to you all soon. I need to go and have some lunch. I'm back with a Zoom craft and chat at 1:30. What a busy day. See you all soon.